milestone pod for the last one.
Yeah, man.
The first one to hit 2,000 views.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So yeah, thanks. But having said that, we're still like 178, 179 subscribers, which means less than 10% of people watching it are subscribed. So, as I said last week, give us a like, give us a little subscribe in the bottom there. It doesn't cost you anything, but makes a massive difference to us in terms of what we want to do eventually with the channel and how we can sort of raise the profile of the channel. So give us a little subscribe, and it makes a massive difference. Let's see, it'd be nice if before the next one goes out, if we could make it to 200 subscribers.
Yeah, if you do.
That'd be really cool.
If you do watch regularly, then that's the people to think about subscribing. Like if you are watching most of the episodes, might as well subscribe.
Give us a little subscribe, yeah. So, our Coventry City conversations so far while we've been doing this pod have been always quite positive, haven't they? Last game, not so much. Norwich away, 2-1 defeat, really disappointing.
We were rubbish.
I think it's the first time this season where we've been genuinely bad in a game. Because even in the other games when we've lost, the 2 games against Ipswich, I think when you look at it, ultimately they were just better than us.
I think that was the worst we played.
Wrexham, they played well on the night. Birmingham, they played well on the day. They scored every time they went forward. The Norwich game, we were really poor. And I think that's going to happen over the course of the season.
Of course it will.
That's going to happen. I think the important bit about this now, and it's been the same after the other games that we've lost, I always think it's really important that you don't lose 2 on the trot. It doesn't become a streak.
We haven't done that yet, have we?
And we haven't yet, no.
Yeah.
No, we haven't lost 2 on the trot. And the next game is QPR away.
It is a toughie.
Team that we beat 7-1 earlier in the season. So everyone's going to be expecting us to turn up at QPR and batter them because we beat them 7-1 earlier in the season. I think it's stupid to even think that, personally, because obviously those players are going to remember the hiding that they got. It's different. Away games, always different to home games. There's a different kind of pressure.
There's always a
on
bit
the
of
Coventry players now as well.
There's a bit of fluke involved in beating someone 7-1 as well. Like you can go and batter a team 3 or 4-0 by being a lot better than them, but there is a bit of fluke involved. So you think that day, every shot just happened to go.
I think we had 8 shots on target, didn't we? And won 7-1.
Yeah, there is a bit of fluke. Or luck involved in winning 7-1. So I'd love us to win. I can see a draw. But I'd love to see us turn it around and really, really rise to the occasion with a bit of pressure now. We're still 8 points clear of third, but with other teams catching up, and Ipswich have just made a really good signing, Middlesbrough have made a few. I'd love to see us really go and give them a performance. And set the league straight again and remind people why. We haven't played like a team that are at the top of the league for a really long time now.
No, I'd like to see us just go and play with a bit of confidence, really, as much as anything else. Like you say, play like a team that is at the top of the division, because that's where we are, and we're far enough into the season now that it isn't a fluke that we are where we are.
Exactly.
We're at the top of the league on merit, I think, and we just need. It'd be a real shame to let it drop, to let it slip away. Now, and it could be, it was all a bit doom and gloom after the Norwich game, because it was such a poor performance. But then you sort of look at it, you have a chance to think about it, and you think it's a bit like Preston. Like, it's a ground we never ever win at. It would have been an absolute miracle.
I think it was more the manner in which we lost. We didn't start the second half and they did, so they just scored after 30 seconds. And in the second goal, Liam Kitchen just passed it to their striker when he went to score.
They were such poor goals. I mean,
it's a disappointing.
I think
disappointing way to lose.
The one with Kitchen, the set was ultimately the winner. You look at it and you think, central defender trying to do a drag back on the halfway line.
It's not a good tactic, is it?
Nothing good could possibly have come from that if he'd have done it right.
No.
And it's such a risk that he's in a position where if that goes wrong, the opposition are almost definitely going to score. And I just think, it was really poor from a number of players. Really poor, I think, as well, in terms of the way that we set up. Because I think it's been apparent to me over the last couple of games, we've nothing in midfield.
No, we're like a donut, aren't we?
You watch the game and you think the ball, we can be on the attack on the edge of their box, lose the ball, and within 5 seconds the ball's on the edge of our box.
There's nobody in the middle of the pitch to go.
And it happens time after time after time. And I think part of it is teams have figured out. Obviously, you have to remember the other teams are watching video and they're coaching players to try and beat us.
Yeah.
In the build up to the games, and I think they've sort of figured out that Matt Grimes is so influential that if you can deny him the ball, it's going to be with either Kitchen or Bobby Thomas.
And neither of them can pass.
With the greatest of respect to both of them, they're nowhere near as good on the ball as Matt Grimes is.
Instead of giving you just a prediction, I should say, for Saturday, I'm also going to give you my starting 11, and I'll give mine first, and we'll see if we agree.
Yeah.
So I would go Rushworth in goal, obviously. He's currently our player of the season.
I think so.
Van Avac right back, Bobby Thomas, Wolfenden, De Silva, and then I'd go Grimes, Eccles, Esse, Sakamoto, Mason Clark, and the Hadj.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about the transfer window in a minute because
if we don't sign, if we sign that on,
there's an obvious player that's been left out. I think now with the Wednesday before a Saturday game, the chances of any player, even if they sign tomorrow, they're probably not going to be in place to be in the starting lineup.
They might
probably be on the bench.
Yeah, they might. We'd be lucky to get them on the bench for Saturday.
But I'm with you. I'd go with Rushworth in goal, like you say. He's the standout number one. He'd have to be incredibly unlucky not to be our player of the season now. I'd say back four, De Silva at left back, Van Avac at right back. I think Thomas and Wolfenden is pretty much the only centre back combination we've got available to us that hasn't been tried yet.
And on paper, probably should be our best.
I'd then go with the three. So I'd go for a 4-3-3.
Yeah, that's what mine was.
So my three would be obviously Grimes. I would have Eccles because I think he's been brilliant recently, and Torp because I think Torp's better in the three-man midfield than he is in the two.
He is, yeah.
I'd then have the front three. I'd have Hadji in the middle because I just think he's been playing
he's played
really well recently. Ephron Mason Clark, who's arguably been our man of the match in about the last 3 or 4 games on the trot.
Yeah.
And Esse on the right.
Sakamoto.
Do you know what? Sakamoto's been massive for us when he's come off the bench. And I'll perhaps almost look to do that on purpose and say to Esse, you're going to play 60 minutes.
Give it your all.
But I want you to walk off that pitch after 60 minutes, barely able to stand up.
I just think with Esse playing on the right, he doesn't track back at all, ever. And with Van Avac liking to get up the pitch, it's crucial that whoever's playing on the right is going to track back at some point, because otherwise we're just going to get bombarded down our left side as it is, with De Silva being there. It also happening down our left side would just be a tragedy. Like our right side even would just be awful. What has been awful. So, and I think Esse at the number 10 tends to be the player you want to get the ball to the most probably at the moment. Him and Ephron being near each other, being nearer to each other would be massive.
I wouldn't mind if we replaced Torp with Esse and had Sakamoto playing on the right. I wouldn't be mad about that at all.
I don't think Esse really wants to try and play out on the wing. Not like Saka, like right on the touchline wing.
Yeah.
Like everyone spends most of the game 3 yards away from the touchline. Esse wants to go and drift it through the middle. So why not let it? Why not put?
Well, you look at the goal that he scored on against Norwich on Monday night, which was a brilliantly well taken goal. But he drifted all the way across and was on the wrong side, effectively on the wrong side of the pitch.
Exactly. So you
when
might
he scored the goal, but you think if he wants to be central,
stick him
let him be central. That's great.
With the line of Pie said, you then think we've got the subs of Torp, Asante, Yang, Rudoni if he still plays for Coventry City, Ellis Sims.
Yeah.
If those 5 subs, if everyone else is having a stinker or you need fresh legs, those 5 subs are all players that could have started.
Yeah, and
so it's like, I think that would be a good way to go about it.
It's strange that our results are getting worse recently, because I think one of the big differences we've now got is we have got some strength on the bench.
Yeah.
It's something that we lacked probably over that Christmas period where our form first started to be a little bit rocky. We had players that were suspended, players that weren't very well.
Yeah.
All the rest of it, and our bench was a little bit short. With like youth team players coming in and stuff like that.
I do still think with Esse, he's clearly not got the match fitness, and I understand that. But because he only plays 10 minutes here and now when he was at Palace, I get that. But the times where he's come off, I think every time so far, he's been the most effective player on the pitch in that moment. And I'd just like to see him given a little bit more, maybe an extra 5-10 minutes just to keep impacting the game, because there's been some parts where he's come up, like the other day when he came off at Norwich, he looked really pissed off that he was.
He shouldn't have come off. I think the previous game, the Millwall game, he was blowing out of his backside when he came off after about 65-70 minutes. But like, I agree with you.
But like Norwich, he scored our only goal at the time on the pitch, had been our best player, him and Hadji, I think, and did not look tired whatsoever. So when they brought him off, I thought, I get, if there's an agreement in place before the game, because if your match fitness, you're only playing 60 minutes, that's fine. But you've then got to manage in the circumstances as well, because if you're then in the game and he's scored our only goal, and he should have scored in every game he's played, by the way, because he scored in 2 of them and hit the post in the other, which was unlucky. So I thought Lampard and the coaching staff would have looked at it and just thought, I know we said we should be bringing him off, but just give him an extra 5 or 10 because he's absolutely ripping them apart.
I'd have certainly given him an extra 5 minutes, and I can see that happening against QPR. Who again, I mean, Norwich, to be fair to Norwich, although they've been down towards the bottom of the league, if you look at the form table over the last 6 or 7 games, they're right towards the top. They've had a really, really good run of form, and they're no mugs by any stretch of the imagination. They were never. I never felt like they were in danger of being relegated. And they're one of those teams, like along with Sheffield United, you think they might even have a late punt at the playoffs.
They could do.
You wouldn't be surprised if either Sheffield United or Norwich finished top 6, because they've both got the quality within their squads to be able to do that. But prediction, I'm going to go. I'm feeling confident there's going to be a really good, really positive bounce back performance, and we're going to win 2-0.
I just can't sit, because even though the lineup I gave was the one I gave, I don't think he's going to change it. I think Kitchen will still play, even though he's been garbage. I think he'll still play.
I think sometimes players like that need taken out of the firing line a little bit, don't they? And I think Wolfenden, to be fair to him, it played all right the last time he played.
He did, yeah.
Had a decent game. He's been unlucky probably not to play. You know, Kitchen and Thomas were playing at a level where you couldn't really drop either of them. No. Now perhaps
it's not
quite so good. And I think Wolfenden could be that player that just has that experience to be able to settle things down a little bit.
I also think in times
and he's
like
good
this,
on the ball.
Well, we haven't won for a while now. I say a while, but you know what I mean.
Since last Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, sorry, yeah. I mean, like, we haven't been playing. I forgot we'd be here. As in, haven't been playing well for a while. We haven't played. We've won, but we haven't played well for a really long time now.
I agree with that.
You need certain players on the pitch that have got the personality to turn that around. And players like Bobby Thomas, perfect for the rush.
I think so,
Van Avac. That Wolfenden, who's been promoted and played in the Premier League. Players like Esso, he needs to come and prove something so he can have a Premier League career. He's going to, by the way. Players like Mason Clark, not shy of the occasion. As much as people like to criticise him, Hadji's a big moment player.
He's to be fair.
I've always Sakamoto. They're the players you want on the pitch.
I've been critical of Hadji Wright a lot. From the cameo performance he put on when he came on for 20 minutes against Leicester, scored the winner. Then played about 80 minutes against Millwall, scored the winner, and then played about 70 minutes. Again, I thought it was a poor decision to take him off.
Crap decision
against Norwich. What I've always been frustrated by with Hadji has been his work rate.
Yeah.
He doesn't chase. Well, you watch someone like Ellis Sims, right? Ellis Sims hasn't got the same skill level as Hadji Wright, but he puts himself about and he makes it difficult. He makes it horrible for the defenders. I think over the last couple of games, Hadji's been doing that because in the game against Millwall, obviously I was there watching the game, so you can kind of see bits that perhaps the TV doesn't pick up. And you could see the relief on their centre-back's face when he went off.
Yeah. I imagine Norwich as well.
You could see that the centre-back was absolutely delighted that Hadji had gone off because he hadn't left him alone. Yeah. He'd made the night miserable for him, and that's exactly what you want. Like the goals still aren't flowing quite the way you would want them to, but he was unlucky that he forced a couple of really good saves from the Norwich keeper on Tuesday. Could have easily scored a goal. It was unlucky not to have scored a goal.
I just think it's like one of those at the moment where having players up there at the top that have played together, people like Efron, Hadji, Sakamoto, they played a lot of minutes together as a front three.
Yeah,
that's got to mean something at some point. So I'm hoping we get players like Eccles. Never lets us down in the big game.
Yeah.
When he played against Sunderland, when he came on in that second leg against Sunderland and then had to go off injured, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he cares and he gets properly stuck in. And he's just a good player. I'd have him on the pitch for those exact reasons. But I think prediction-wise, I'm going to go 1-0 Cov.
Yeah. I think it's one of those, you look at the rest of the season, I think if we continue to be an average of what we've been in the time that Lampard has been our manager, then promotion is a guarantee. If we're an average of what we've been over the last 10 games,
we're going to finish there, don't we?
It's going to be a little bit more dicey. We'd also be relying on Middlesbrough, Ipswich, Hull, all of a sudden not picking up the results they have been.
That's the part that's so difficult because people think an 8-point gap or whatever is so massive, but when there was so many points left to play for, it's really not.
Well, it only takes a couple of games swing here and there, doesn't it? You know.
We think at the point where we had a 12, 13 point gap, whatever it was, there was still like 100 points to play for. It's like, obviously it's easily catchable. Like still being 8 points clear, it's great and all. We're in a fantastic position, but there's still like 60 points to play for. Or whatever.
I think fans start to get negative about it because of the start we've had. But I always think as well, if you because you went to watch the first game of the season in your Hull at home, which was the most boring 0-0 draw in the history.
It's one of the worst games of football. There's a few I've been to that.
If someone would have said to you at the end of that game that with 16 games to go,
is that what there is
Coventry now? Coventry would be 8 points clear of third.
Yeah.
You'd have ripped their. I mean, A, you wouldn't have believed them.
Yeah, I'd have walked off. Yeah.
And B, you'd have ripped their arm off for it.
Yeah.
So we're still in the position that every other team in the league would like to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Middlesbrough, although they're chasing, their tough games are going to come. Their bad period is going to come as well. The same for Ipswich. They dropped a silly game the other day. that they shouldn't have lost.
But it's like people think like because we're in a bit of a damp patch that we're going to be crap for the rest of the season, and Middlesbrough and Ipswich are going to go and beat them. We're going to finish third, and it's like, well, that's just not going to happen, is it?
I think because people, like you say, people get a bit negative. I think everyone assumes that Ipswich and Norwich are going to win out.
Middlesbrough.
Ipswich and Middlesbrough, are going to win out. Whereas both teams, I mean, between Coventry, Middlesbrough, and Ipswich, we're probably going to lose at least 3 or 4 games each.
At least
between now and the end of the season.
It's just about when it happens. That's when it really matters. I think no team has ever just absolutely romped through the Championship from start
it doesn't
to
happen.
finish. Like even the year Leicester were absolutely pissing it at this point, and we beat them and they completely fell off a cliff. And it was at one point it was like, oh my god, they're going to miss automatics, and they still did go up.
The other thing, if you look over the last couple of seasons as well, where we've had really, really poor starts to the season, you look at our record after we've lost away at Norwich. Because I think the season we made it to the playoff final, we lost away at Norwich, and then went on a tear where I think we only lost like one of the next 10 or 12 games. Yeah. We did the same last season. We lost away at Norwich, and then we were unbelievable the rest of the season. I think we only lost 2 or 3 more games after that.
We finished most seasons like an absolute truck. So
this is getting to the point in the season now where we normally, like you say, we finish like a train. Yeah.
If we finish this season how we finished other seasons, we'll finish 15 points clear at the top.
We've still got a chance to finish in those top 2 places. Transfer window.
Yeah, I'm
interesting one.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed we missed out on Dan Neil from Sunderland, but it's more so because he went to Ipswich, who are a promotion rival. So I just thought, and you see bigger clubs like Man City and stuff do this all the time, I would have signed him just so they couldn't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But that's not how
we haven't got the money that Man City have got, though, have we?
But we do need a midfielder though, so we should have. We should have just signed him, but
we've signed that lad whose name completely escapes me.
It begins with an M, possibly.
Yeah, the winger that we signed from Zurich. Another.
Good player.
I'm assuming there's a theory behind keeping on signing wide players. I'm not sure what it is, but
there's got to be one.
We've got lots of options on the wing now.
Yeah, I'll find out a new signing for you because I can't remember.
It's like his first name's like
Marcello.
Marcello. That's
Is it Genoa?
Genoa Marcello. Yeah, we signed him from the Swiss league, haven't we?
Yeah. I've seen a video of him dribbling through like 4 players and smashing one in the top corner off the post. Which I thought, well, if he's going to do that a few times, I wouldn't mind.
We'll take that. Yeah, we've been linked.
It's impossible to know whether he's going to be good or not.
I think the big one, because we already know a bit about him, is the fact that we've been linked with Frank Onyeka from.
He's the one to sign
from Brentford. It looks like that's getting close. He's exactly the type of player that I think we need. He's a big, strong, aggressive, powerful,
likes to tackle
midfielder. Exactly the type of player that we don't have at the moment. I think he's the type of player where if we sign somebody like him, it's a real statement of intent by the club that they think they're going to be going somewhere, because he is a player
that can play
who's got the proven quality to play in the Premier League. It kind of sounds like Rudoni might be going the other way to Brentford,
which I just can't believe they want it.
It's a great move for him. I never liked
it's a great move for us. If they make us pay, if they pay us for Rudoni with Onyeka plus money because of what Rudoni's valued at, oh my god.
I mean, I never like to see players leave the club, and Rudoni's been a good player for us, but I think you're always conscious of as a fan of a club like Coventry City that we don't have the money to just be able to hold on to everybody. So if we're going to sign somebody and pay decent money for them, like Frank Onyeka, then somebody's got to go out the door.
Well,
the other way.
This transfer analyst reckons Kovac Rudoni valued at 12 to 15 million, which for an attacking player is usually about right in the Championship.
Onyeka was about 7 million.
Yeah, Onyeka was. They reckon Onyeka plus about 5 million is what is the deal that I've seen.
Yeah.
is trying to be taken place. That would be amazing.
I think because we paid 5 million for Marcelo, didn't we?
Yeah, for like 4.9 million pounds.
I think if we could turn Jack Rudoni into Onyeka and Marcelo,
you can't argue with that, can you?
Yeah.
Where we've got, if we lose Rudoni, we've got SA and Top that can play the 10 and BTA.
Yeah.
So it's like you've got to take stuff like that, and I think even if you took the 5 million that we're paying as 5 million from our transfer budget and use the 5 million that we're going to get for Rudoni to sign a centre back.
Yeah, I noticed we've also been linked with that striker from Auxerre as well, whose name totally escapes me.
No idea.
At the moment.
We won't sign him as a striker. Not now Hadji started scoring and Brandon Thomas DeSantis come back from injury.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe. I would rather see us sign another centre back than another striker.
I would rather see us 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah, that would really.
Although I don't
really
think we're going to do that either. I don't think.
No, it's tough. Like last year, we were crying out for, we need to sign this. We need to sign 10 players.
Yeah.
In the January transfer window, everyone was crying out for last year. We literally signed 1.
Yeah, and he was a game changer.
Went from absolutely nowhere in the league to 5th and almost got to the playoff final.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he's arguably our most important player now.
Because I think it can be difficult if you bring lots of players in the January transfer window to a team that was already pretty good, already flying.
Yeah.
It can upset the balance.
It can a little bit, yeah.
And those players have got to bed in, and then you have issues with players like SA where he's kind of in pre-season form. He's not in middle of the season form, which is where you want a player to be. So
I think if you look at signing Onyeka there, and then you've got a midfield of Matt Grimes, Onyeka, and Esse. That's winning the league.
On paper.
Yeah. Suddenly the 4 defenders and mainly the 2 centre-backs behind that midfield are suddenly way more confident because you've got Onyeka chucking himself about, which he's a big body throwing himself about the place. You've got Grimes who's comfortable as anyone on the ball, and Esse that just causes a problem literally every time he touches it. Suddenly the whole defence behind you is up, especially when they got Rushworth behind you. It's like suddenly you're a way more confident player.
And I think it addresses the sort of fears that we've had about the lack of depth. In the squad as well. It totally addresses that issue. Yeah, let's see what happens over the next. What is there, about 2 or 3 days left of the window at this point?
28. So 3 days.
3 days left.
Yeah, it's 31st, and it's 3-4 days left after this one. Whilst we're recording that, I'll tell you what though, it goes out on Friday, doesn't it? Deadline day Saturday. Yeah,
Saturday
night.
Saturday,
so yeah, by the time this goes out, there won't be long left. So
no.
Hopefully, by the time this podcast goes out, we will sign Onyeka. To be fair,
I hope so.
Because I would assume that they want to try and get him across the line before the weekend, so he can be on the bench.
Yeah.
Just to be part of a match. He probably wouldn't even come off the bench, but just to be part of a match day squad, I think is always helpful. So, I mean, you can meet us in. You can meet us down there.
Yeah, it's not far, is it? Yeah, Brentford to QPR. It's only over the road for him.
He might have a few up and down travels to do, won't he? Because he'll have to come up to do his medical and sign his contract.
Yeah.
Go down to move his stuff back up again, and then go down with the squad to play, and then come back up. So yeah.
At least it's not far.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. You ready for a tenable?
Fine.
I think we spent so much time talking about.
We have
the transfer window, the Premier League.
Yeah, I think next week we'll have a few different segments. We'll talk about COV we'll try and half the time we talk about COV, and add a few more like gamey sort of sections into it, I reckon.
This week, your tenable is a basketball one. In NBA history...
My basketball knowledge is genuinely poor, considering I play it.
In NBA history... There are 10 franchises that have won the NBA title 3 times or more.
Okay.
Who are they?
Now, where you've got an advantage with this one is there aren't that many franchises, so you can just start saying names.
30?
I think there's 30 now, and then ones like the Supersonics that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah.
And you got to think of like teams
that have
have moved and
like Golden State. So I'll go with the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bulls.
So, and all 3 of those are on the list.
Obviously.
Where are they?
A Celtics top.
The Celtics are top.
A Lakers second.
Lakers are second.
Yeah. The Bulls. Do you know what? I'll go third.
Bulls are 4th.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't got the information of how many times each team's won the title, but
okay.
I know the Celtics have won 18 and the Lakers have won 17.
Yeah.
And the Bulls have won 6.
Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah. Right. From here, we'll go
3 for 3.
There. Golden State Warriors.
They are 3rd.
Are they?
They are, yeah.
I knew they'd be on there, but
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Top 4 done.
So you've got the top 4, yeah.
I will go with OKC.
No, when they won it last year, that was their first one, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
That surprises me. Okay.
I will say all of the teams on here are current NBA franchises.
Yeah. I wasn't going to guess any of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Bucks won it before the whole like Giannis era and all of that. Same with I know the Pistons won it back in the day when they were good. That was the last time they were good. No idea how many times.
I think one of these teams has won it 5 times, and the rest of them have all won it 3.
Really? So it's quite a tough list to get then, because it's bang on. Phoenix. The Heat have got to win it 3 times.
Yeah, so Miami Heat is 6th.
Yeah, that would have been ridiculous.
Because they won it back to back with LeBron.
Yeah.
And they won it in about 2005 with Shaq.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been ridiculous if they hadn't. Right. Okay.
So you've got the top 4 and you've got number 6.
Yeah. And one wrong guess.
And one wrong guess, yeah.
Okay. Right. I will go with. I don't know about that. When else would they possibly win it? I'll go with the Mavericks.
No.
Nah.
Not one.
The only reason I thought of them is because of Dirk. And they had that, like, the hardest ring, didn't they? That's a pretty bad guess, to be fair. Did the Cavs win it before LeBron?
So, I'll let you get one more wrong answer. If you get one more wrong answer, I'll start dropping some clues on each one of them.
Go on, I'll go with the Bucks.
The Bucks?
Yeah.
They're number 10.
Yeah, okay. So they're a 3
They won it back in the day.
And they've won it, I think Giannis has won it, what they want.
Giannis has won, well, they won it way back in the day when, like, they're the team that drafted Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, exactly.
Way back then. So that's number 10.
I don't ever remember in my life Brooklyn winning it. Same with the Cavs, apart from LeBron. When is that? Did they win it twice? Did LeBron win it twice there? Because then it only leaves them needing to win it one more time. That's not that big of a deal.
For who?
The Cavs.
No, he only won it once.
Did they?
2016.
That's what I'm saying. I'll go with the Pistons.
The Pistons are 7th.
Yeah, they were good back in the day, so that makes sense.
They won it. I think they won it back to back in like 1989
exactly.
and 90.
They won it back to back. That's the problem.
And then back to back again in like 2002 and 3.
But the problem is, since then they've sucked.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't know they won it after the back to back. That was the problem.
They won one that the Lakers should have won.
Yeah. Right. Come on. I'm doing quite good here.
They ended the dynasty of the Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
So you need number 5, number 8, number 9.
Damn. Okay.
One of them is a Western Conference team. The other 2 are Eastern Conference teams. That makes no difference.
I couldn't name it. That is just useless to me. It's mental. My knowledge of stuff like that is so poor. I don't know if the Magic ever... I can't remember the Magic ever winning a title. Is there any teams that have never won it?
Oh, quite a few, yeah.
Is there? I thought there was. So I know the Pacers were good back in the day, but they could not have any titles. Just made you think of like OKC have had some great teams, and last year was the first time. It just throws you off so bad.
They were the Seattle Supersonics. So
yeah, but still. The Hornets suck. They can't have won it 3 times. Same with the Hawks. They could have never won it. Damn, I really want. I haven't had the 10 out of 10 yet. I really want to get it.
You got 3 to go. So the one team that's in 5th, I'm really surprised you haven't got it, because they're popular again now, and they were brilliant not all that long ago. One of my all-time favourite players played for them in their championship runs. Had one of the best trios of players, coached by one of the best coaches of all time.
How the Spurs?
San Antonio Spurs.
How have I not got that? That should have been one of my first.
So you're looking for 8,
That's
9.
the type of teams I was trying to think, like the back in the day teams.
Yeah. Well, the 2 teams that you're looking for now certainly would have won their titles back in the day.
Yeah.
But so the 2 East Coast teams that, I mean, the one of them have been terrible for a long time.
Yeah.
But have kind of been decent the last couple of seasons. The other team got destroyed by the Lakers a couple of times in the early thousands.
Did I already say the Heat?
We've already said that. Yeah. You've already got that right, yeah.
We'll go with... Still going to think of teams. We'll go with Orlando. I don't think
Orlando never. They were an expansion franchise.
I didn't think they'd ever win it.
They made the finals a couple of times.
I literally do not know.
I think they've made the NBA finals twice.
Do you have the years of when these teams won them?
I know that one of the teams in 9th, they definitely won it in the 70s. I think Phil Jackson was a player.
Oh,
I think that's where he won his title for them.
Don't even know what teams are left. Go on, you can. I can barely think of NBA teams I haven't mentioned. Have I mentioned either of them? Not even said it out loud.
No.
Damn. Okay. I don't think the Jazz have ever won it.
No, they've got
the Hawks. Never.
The Hawks have won it, but only once.
They suck for years. Pacers.
I don't think they've ever won it.
Because didn't Reggie Miller retire without a ring?
Yeah.
And he played for the Pacers for years, didn't he?
They got to the Eastern Conference Finals a few times and always came up against the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Can't think of teams I haven't named. The Raptors have won it once, I think.
The one team is almost as famous for its celebrity fans because of where they play.
Clippers?
Not the Clippers, never won it.
Yeah, that's the Lakers are like that.
Yeah.
It's famous for celebrity fans.
They're almost as famous
for their... I know for that is the Lakers, because it's downtown.
Because of the location they play in and the arena they play in. Their arena,
the Knicks.
The Knicks
obviously.
The Knicks are number 9.
Damn, I should have got that. Theirs would have definitely been back in the day.
Yeah.
So what we're missing? 8?
Number 8.
Damn.
They've had famous players in their day, the likes of Dr. J, Allen Iverson, Dikembe Mutombo.
Allen Iverson, the Sixers.
Damn
it! Oh, I could have got that. No.
So in order, you had the Celtics, the Lakers, the Warriors, the Bulls, the Spurs, the Heat, the Pistons, the Sixers, the Knicks, and the Bucks.
Oh, you got to think of the classic teams that have been around for yonkers.
10 franchises.
The Knicks and the 76ers must be two of the really old teams. You know, like big cities like that. Like Philly must have been around for, like, they haven't been very good for a long time. They're decent. Like
the Lakers are there as I think it was Los Angeles Lakers. They haven't won it as much, but they won it when they were the Minneapolis Lakers. Yeah. Way back in the day.
Oh man. I feel like that could have been my first 10 then, because there's only a limited number of teams you can actually say.
You got 8.
You got a decent chance at getting a big number there. And like I reeled off the first one's easy, so it's like, I'm disappointed with that. I definitely could have got more of them. But I'm fairly happy with 8. I'll take 8, but would have been happy with 10, obviously.
There we go. There's a tenable. There's the podcast. Again, if you're still with us, thanks so much for watching us.
We'll get a few more segments rolling out in the next. We'll shorten the football bit and throw in like 2 or 3 fun segments.
Definitely.
So,
But yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, what are you waiting for? Do it now. Right before you go on to the next thing you're going to do on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button now.
You got to do it before I turn the video off.
See you next time.
You'll be subbed by now. It doesn't take that long.